What is up, everyone? I am Bishop Brother and you are watching the 5th episode of the Road to 802 series, and today I am featuring Tentacruel in the UU tier. I know it's been a long ass time since I did one of these. I simply got very busy, and then the guy who I asked for some help, Milo, was also very busy, so everything just kind of took way longer than it was supposed to. But I'm back, and I will hopefully be back consistently now. Just like in every time I do one of these first videos in a new tier, I'm going to have a bit of a discussion here. But Milo was simply too busy to record with me. So instead I'm doing this one on my own. He did help me an enormous amount. He gave me basically a list of Pokemon to talk about. And a bunch of descriptions for them. So I'm going to utilize those to talk about the metagame right now. So I'm going to cut away real quick, and I will have some pictures on screen once again of the Pokemon that we're talking about, just like I had back when I discussed with Colonel M. So I'll see you guys there. So, UU started off with an insanely explosive metagame. A bunch of stuff that was way too threatening for the tier got in here, which made the tier really weird to play. It was incredibly powerful and just kind of weird to build against. But UU had a very good system to get rid of all these threats very quickly. It's called the Cocoloco method, because it was designed by user Cocoloco. Basically what it is, they quick ban everything that seems broken, not necessarily is broken, but seems broken. And then they later on retest the things that might not be broken. I'm not going to go over every quick ban, because simply put, some of them aren't interesting. Like Salamence was just stupid. It's really, really stupid. Not even funny how broken that thing was, for example. And there was a bunch of other stuff. The things that are more interesting are the suspect tests, or the retests that have happened. There were only two, and not only being two retests. The first of which was Terrakion. Now, Terrakion was banned because it was too powerful of an offensive threat originally. It had an amazing offensive typing with rock and fighting, of course. Great attack stat. It was really, really versatile. Had stuff like Rock Polish with SD, with Rock Polish SD and Rock EMC. It could be a sweeper or wall breaker. It could be an insane wall breaker with Choice Band. It could be a great revenge killer with Scarf. All around, it was just super versatile and too much for the tier originally. Later on, however, it did get unbanned after retests, because the tier had evolved to be able to deal with it, with Scizor becoming much more popular, which checks it fairly well. And its poor defensive typing was more abusable, plus it was not quite powerful enough to actually break everything it needed to. The next retest was Weavile, which is a very interesting Pokemon. It had, once again, that amazing offensive typing, but as opposed to Terrakion, it was faster, which was huge, because Terrakion could get outsped relatively easily by fast Pokemon. Though, of course, it was fast itself, but Weavile was super fast, like ridiculously fast. And that was one of the major reasons it got banned. It was capable of running like a Choice Band or a Life Orb set with Pursuit, which Pursuit shows like everything. And it could also run a slightly less effective Sword Sand set, which made it an incredibly powerful offensive threat. Basically, all it does was just spam knockoff, and that for all day, because it just does a ton to everything, because it's stab and it's amazing utility as well. All around, just incredible offensive Pokemon. It could even had priority in Ice Shard, and the Z moves. The Z moves that were introduced in Sun and Moon were an incredible tool for SD Weavile, making it a very scary offensive Pokemon. But once again, this thing's defensive typing was what eventually allowed it to come back to the tier, as it was once again unbanned. Whereas Terrakion is currently sitting in A-, Weavile rose to S in the most recent update, so it's an incredibly powerful Pokemon. It can be played around, but it's very scary for many teams to face. It's capable of running over offense due to its high speed and priority. It's just a very scary one to deal with for many teams, and it should definitely be considered when building. So, those are the only two retests that actually happened, which is interesting, because I was expecting almost all Pokemon to be retested, but they never were. Mostly because they were generally just considered too broken still, and there was no way they were getting back in. There were, however, some more suspect tests, the first of which was Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr really back in Oras was usually was holding an Assault Vest and was kind of like a bulky offense Pokemon that just used recovery and Drain Punch and stuff, and Priority and Mach Punch and stuff like that to kind of be a bit of a breaker, but still have solid bulk and stuff. It was always a solid Pokemon. But then Sun and Moon came around, and Conkeldurr got a very much an indirect buff that actually had an effect on almost every tier outside of OU and LC, which was the reducing the damage Burn did. Which sounds weird, because Conkeldurr, why Burn? What does that matter? Well, Conkeldurr has Guts. And when Conkeldurr is holding a Flame Orb, it's going to do a buttload of damage. Before, back in Oras, that set was simply not had too little longevity to actually be worth it. But in SM, that was absolutely worth it, because that reduced burn damage basically means that it is on the field for twice as long. And it had access to Facade, of course, which does a ridiculous amount of damage. It had Priority in Mach Punch, it had Recovery in Drain Punch. Facade and Knockoff together gave it absolutely perfect coverage. It had solid bulk, especially on the physical side. It basically ran over any team archetype where it utilized its access to Mach Punch to run over offense, and while its ridiculously strong Facade and Drain Punch were what broke through Stall entirely, it was just ridiculously strong and did eventually get banned, despite a not very good less than ideal defensive typing, I guess, and pretty low speed. It was too much for the tier, and it absolutely showed. Almost immediately after Conkeldurr ended up getting banned, Xurkitree was suspect tested. Yes, Xurkitree dropped to UU. I was honestly kind of surprised, because Xurkitree wasn't that awful in OU. At least that's not what it felt like. At this point in time, Buzzwole had already been banned, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure it had. And Xurkitree was basically the next Ultra Beast on the chopping block. This thing was almost like Conkeldurr, in that it was just an absolutely insane breaker. It had a Tail Glow set that could literally 6-0 stall, because +3 Gigavolt Havoc just OHKOs Blissey, which is... What? Like, it Tail Glows once, and then it OHKOs the best special wall in the game? That is insane. This Pokemon was absolutely ridiculous. Again, especially against stall, but even against offensive teams, it could just click Z-Hypnosis, which was another one of its very good sets, which would give it a speed boost and a free turn to Tail Glow, because Z-Hypnosis gives you +1 speed, and of course there's the hypnosis effect. If you then put your opponent to sleep, you get a completely free turn to Tail Glow, and at +1, +3 Xurkitree is going to win. Like, not much you can do unless you have a faster Scarfer like maybe Crocodile. It also had some other sets, like Choice Specs was incredibly powerful, of course, basically one of the strongest wall breakers in the game due to its insane immediate power. It had Sugar Berry to avoid being revenge killed by Crocodile, which and some other Scarf ground types, but Shuka was the most important, but Crocodile was the most important one. And then it had Substitute, which also allowed it to avoid revenge killers once again. What else do I have? And it required very specific offensive counters like that Crocodile that I've said a few times. And some other things like Mega Arrow could, I think, kill it with Stone Edge if it was slightly weakened or something. It was too much for the tier and ended up getting banned. It was kind of insane. Next up is a very recent suspect. In fact, this suspect ended today, this morning. This suspect test ended. It was a suspect of Mega Gallade and Mega Heracross, who dropped in the most recent tier changes, together with Hoopa-U, but Hoopa-U was immediately quick banned and never led back into the tier. They're not risking that shit. It's out of this world how powerful that thing is. Mega Gallade is interesting, because this Pokemon is not even bad in OU, so it's weird that it dropped, in my opinion, but it had such a ridiculous, it is so ridiculous in UU. With its stab combination of Psychic and Fighting on its own is already incredible, really only struggling to break through like really bulky psychics like Reuniclus. But then it has knockoff. It has knockoff, it has Ice Punch, it has everything it would ever need to break through everything. And it has Sword Stance, which easily sets up. It has Solid Bulk to actually set up a Sword Stance. It has the High Speed, which basically means it just ruins anything that's slower than it. And it has a decent matchup with offensive will due to that pretty high speed and solid enough bulk. It's just an incredible Pokemon that really put the tier on its back. And for the first time since I joined Smogon, I witnessed a unanimous vote to ban Mega Gallade. That this Pokemon was so ridiculous in UU that it was unanimously voted in a public suspect test to be removed from the tier. Or well, it already was BL, it was quick banned and then let back into the tier. But still, unanimous vote to keep that thing banned. And that's insane. Now, Mega Heracross wasn't quite as ridiculous. It was an incredible wall breaker with Sword Stance and then its stabs, which is of course Pin Missile and Close Combat, thanks to that skill link ability. Rock Blast gave it great coverage, and it basically meant that after an SD it could steamroll, balance, stall completely, as it didn't have anything, as it didn't have switch-ins anymore at that point. It didn't have the greatest matchup in offense, so due to it being fairly frail, or fairly slow, but it had the bulk to actually take a hit and still fire off an attack and basically pick up a kill. It was pretty ridiculous, not as ridiculous as Mega Gallade, but definitely deserved the ban it ended up getting with a 70% vote to keep it out of this tier. So, those were all the suspect tests that have been done up until this point in UU. But they are not the only notable Pokemon, of course. I want to talk about the drops that have happened a few weeks ago by now. They were insane. We had, of course, Mega Gallade, Mega Heracross, and Hoopa Unbound drop down to UU, but they were immediately quick banned and suspect tested, and now they're all gone. There are over 7 more things that dropped that were important. There's also Mega Altaria, which I'm not even, and Smeargle, both of which are not very good. But the others are actually kind of terrifying. Well, not all of them. There's one of them in here that's not that good, but it's still solid Pokemon. Anyway, we start off with the absolutely, utterly, and completely ridiculous Jirachi. This thing isn't fun in UU. Serene Grace Ironhead is really fucking annoying. I have written down in my notes that it's very good at being an annoying piece of shit. And that's basically what it is. It is insanely versatile. The scariest set that it has is the Z Happy Hour set, which is one of the most powerful sweepers in the metagame, with that solid defensive typing, making it so that it's very hard to revenge kill. It can also function as a solid... it of course also has the base 100 speed, which means it outspeeds Mega Arrow at +1, which is really useful. Now it also has the Choice Scarf set, which is it's just the annoying Ironhead, fuck you, piece... Stupid! I hate this Pokemon. Anyway, it's a revenge killer, which is a revenge killer that can really just annoy anything with thanks to its really fast Iron Heads, and can basically revenge kill most of the metagame. It can also just be a defensive rock setter. It gets Stealth Rock, and it gets some nice utility moves such as Thunder Wave and Wish. Speaking of Wish, it's one of the better Wish passers in UU, and in general, just very bulky as well because of 100 solid defensive typing again. This Pokemon is just, as I said, an annoying piece of shit, and that can basically do whatever you need it to do. And it is now S rank, I believe. So yeah, that's enough. I think it's so good. Now next on the list is Nihilego, and this is the one drop that is relevant but not incredible. Sadly, this Pokemon just didn't really find its spot in UU either, which sucks for a little jellyfish. I like it a lot. It's the only Ultra Beast that's not Guzzlord managed to drop down to UU and stay. But it kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. It's as I have in my notes that it's best. That is the most common set is a Scarf Revenge Killer. Which is basically what I've used it for in OU, and will probably be most commonly using it for because that offensive typing is pretty neat. It revenge kills stuff like Mega Pidgeot. Its offensive typing isn't too great because it's just kind of awkward but yeah. It can also be a lead with rocks and T-spikes, which is pretty useful. It has a decent defensive typing and offensive typing, so okay. And then I have written down that the spec set is rare, but as far as I could tell, this morning there was a viability rankings update, and Nihilego was put into B- mainly for spec set, because that power gem is pretty hard to switch into for the UU tier due to how rare rock resistance are, with most teams running Scizor as their steel type, which is actually interesting. I'd say that Specs is probably his best set now. Now it also has its defensive type against rock and poison. Doesn't sound too great because that quarter being just the ground, but it's actually not that bad. It also has excellent special defense, which means it can easily switch into stuff like Mega Pidgeot, which I mentioned before. And its stabs allow it to hit stuff like Mega Aerodactyl, Mega Altaria, Celebi, stuff like that. However, sadly, it has a bad stab coverage, being basically walled by grounds and steals, which is kind of sucks. And it has a really bad defense stat, meaning it just gets removed by Scizor anytime, which is really bad when Scizor is as relevant as it is right now. It's still a fun Pokemon to use, but it's not very good sitting at B- in the on VR right now. Next up is Mega Altaria, which I briefly mentioned in the Nihilego part, which is... Mega Altaria is a very solid Pokemon, not even gonna lie. It's a Dragon and Sweeper, most of the time. And it's absolutely terrifying, because Pixelate Return hits hard. Very hard. And with the steel types in the tier basically coming down to Scizor and this Pokemon getting access to Fire Blast, it's a problem for many teams. It can also be just offensive with 3 attacks, which is, I believe it's usually Hyper Voice, Fire Blast, Draco Meteor, maybe? I must say I'm not 100% sure what exactly that set is, because it's not nearly as common as the Dragon and Sweeper set. It can also even be bulky with Cotton Guard and Heal Bell, which is even rarer, but you know, okay. It's a possibility, I guess. Its coverage is amazing with Pixelate Return, Earthquake, and Fire Blast. It's very bulky for sweep making and hard to revenge kill. And basically the only thing that prevents it from sweeping are like bulky steel types with phasing moves, which are rare as shit. And then you have certain bulky waters like a Momola that can actually stop it, which is pretty good for it. Like it's a very solid Pokemon. I believe it was placed in A+. I have it right open. I can have it open right here. Let me see it. It was placed in A, which is not at all bad for this Pokemon. It has definitely found its spot in UU and can be terrifying in the right situations. Next up is Mega Manectric, which I didn't see a lot of discussion on the viability rankings or metagame discussion threads, but I have of course heard quite a bit from Hyromilo, so that's nice. It's a very strong offensive Pokemon with excellent speed and special attack, and it really gave a huge buff to Volt Turn teams, which are teams that are based around getting a lot of momentum with Volt Switch and U-Turn. It also has amazing coverage, of course, with the fire moves that it gets, like Overheat and Flamethrower, as well as HP Ice. And it basically just kind of pushed Volturn to insane viability, and is a great anti-offense Pokemon with that Intimidate ability and just high speed. Solid Pokemon all around, nothing too special, but still very good. And that was placed in A+, which is actually higher than Mega Altaria, but I haven't seen a lot on it, so I don't want to go too in depth on this Pokemon, because there's a good chance I say something wrong. Now, Rotom-Wash is next. Yes, Rotom-Wash dropped to UU. I don't know how many of you played ORAS OU, but this thing was on every ORAS OU team, basically. It is so good as a bulky pivot. But OU doesn't want it anymore, so UU got it. And now, here, it has found its place. This thing is really versatile. It is capable of being both an offensive and a defensive threat, with stuff like Waterium, Z, Hydro Pump, and similar. It has an amazing typing with Levitate, and does multiple status moves like Toxic, Thunder Wave, and Will-O-Wisp, I believe. It has Pain Split to make it fast recovery. It basically walls Scizor, it basically walls Weavile, it basically walls Mega Aerodactyl, and so much more. It can run Scarf or Specs, or as I said, Water Realm offensively, and just has such an amazing synergy with Volturn, most notably, very notably Infernape. This Pokemon is amazing for you. It is easily the best bulky pivot in the well, I don't want to be so quick to say that, but it's absolutely a very, very good bulky pivot in this metagame. And it just gives another huge boon to Volturn's viability, which is now pretty terrifying playstyle, not even gonna lie. I really like Rotom-Wash, and I'm glad it still finds its place in the metagame, instead of just sitting at the bottom tiers of OU. Great Pokemon in UU, definitely give it a try if you get a chance to. Incredible. So, then we move on to one of the most terrifying Pokemon in the tier. Mega Gardevoir. Yes, again, yes, I know Mega Gardevoir was amazing in Aurora OU. It's UU now. This thing is such an insane wall breaker with that Pixelate hyper voice that I was also talking about with Mega Altaria, that was with Return. Basically, it has like 2 switch-ins in the metagame. The only reason it's not broken is because Scizor exists. It has solid speed, it has really good special attack, it's incredibly powerful with Hyper Voice and Psyshock. It has utility options in Taunt and Will-O-Wisp, and especially Taunt, because it basically says, fuck you, Blissey. Let me see. The only way to prevent this thing from literally running over your team is by really pressuring it very heavily, offensively. Yeah, this Pokemon is pretty ridiculous. It can break through almost anything, anything defensive. Even Scizor's presence is really bad for it, but it can still just run HP Fire and murder the fucking Scizor, so it can really switch in. So yeah, this Pokemon is very solid. Now we have Mega Latias, which is the last of the big drops that I'm going to talk about. This thing has the bulk to do what it needs. It is really, really cool. I know when I say do what it needs, I basically mean that it walls 99% of the tier. Kind of, not entirely. It sets up on 99% of the tier. Not essentially wall it, but, and I don't know, I'm kind of speaking in circles, but I have kind of weird notes on Mega Latias. Basically, it's insanely bulky, can really run some really good offensive sets, most notably a bulky Calm Mind set, which sets up on basically half the tier. Even things like Ape, which has U-turn to hit it. It sets up on Gliscor, which can hit it with knockoff. It's set up on fucking Crocodile. What? I know, it sounds really stupid. And then there's a Reflect type set, which basically walls the tier. Not much can do anything about that. This thing is kind of ridiculous. It's not broken ridiculous, but it's so bulky, so hard to break through. And is in general just really hard for the tier to deal with. Yeah, it is a very good Pokemon. Now, I'm not gonna end it here, despite that I haven't gone over every big drop, because there are some Pokemon that I do want to talk about still. These are the Pokemon that were the 3 S ranks before the drops, and are still all very solid, and I feel that they need to be mentioned. First off, there's the mini form of the one we just talked about, regular Latias. It was always a great offensive Pokemon, making use of a Calm Mind and plus a Z move, usually Dragonium Z, to basically blow through almost any check it had, as it was just so powerful. It did suffer from Scizor's presence, but regardless, it was still a very solid Pokemon that could set up on a lot of different things. It also has some night support options, in Defog and Healing Wish. And it had a solid enough typing that allowed it to set up quite a bit. It was, however, weak to Pursuit, and now it faces a lot of competition from its own Mega Evolutionist, and is very weak to Mega Gardevoir, which means that it struggles to some extent. But it's still a solid Pokemon all around, and and of course, like the fact that new drops like Jirachi and Mega Altaria, Mega Latias, and Mega Gardevoir kind of ruin its viability. Okay, like, sure, but it's still a solid Pokemon and definitely needs to be mentioned. It's still A+, next to its Mega Evolution, so, you know, it's still very good. And next up is Mega Aerodactyl. This thing was one of the best offensive Pokemon in the tier before. With its ridiculous speed, a solid attack stat, and of course top class boosted stat or wing attack, stuff like that. And so really good coverage. This thing was so good. But now, or that can not yet. First, I need to mention, you know, it could set up with home claws. It was amazing. It had an amazing matchup against offense because it was so fast and so strong. It had a recovery move in Roost. Really, its only drawback was the fact that it didn't have Brave Bird. That's basically it. But now it faces so much competition from all the new Mega Evolutions that dropped, like Mega Altaria, Mega Manectric, Mega Gardevoir, Mega Latias. It just struggles now, because you really need to give up so much to be able to run it, that it's often just not worth it. And that's really sad for this Pokemon, because of how good it is. And, oh, it feels bad, man. Really does feel bad. Poor Mega Arrow. Just struggles now. And then, there is Scizor. I have talked about Scizor multiple times already. This Pokemon is God right now, basically. It's probably the second best Pokemon in the tier after Jirachi, just because of how insane this thing matches up against like everything. It has really good bulk and really good power. Especially Technician Bullet Punch is amazing for it. This Technician Bullet Punch is so important because it revenge kills Mega Gardevoir, Nihilego, Mega Altaria. It can face off with shit. It can revenge kill Weavile. It can revenge kill Terrakion. It can revenge kill Mega Aerodactyl. It's just so ridiculously useful. It's also capable of almost completely walling Latias and its Mega. It's capable of switching into Mega Gardevoir if it doesn't run fire. Hit a power fire. It switches into Cobalion. It switches into Jirachi if it doesn't have Fire Punch. It switches into like it switches into Beedrill. It switches Mega Beedrill. It switches into Xurkitree. It's just such a good Pokemon. It basically forces almost every Pokemon to run fire coverage, which is kind of bad for it because everything runs fire coverage. But it just shows its influence on the tier. Really, its only drawback is its speed, which is already made up for with its access to ridiculously strong priority in Bullet Punch. This is one of the absolute top Pokemon in the tier, and just really good. Scizor is not mandatory, but it's probably closest to mandatory, to be quite honest, for so many teams. It has just such amazing synergy with so many things. Really good Pokemon. I highly recommend trying it out if you go into UU. And that's basically it. That's everything I wanted to talk about now. Currently, the S rank is Weavile, Scizor, and Jirachi, which are supposedly the three most notable Pokemon. Though I think the new Megas like Gardevoir and Latias, and the old Pokemon like Latias, Mega Aerodactyl have a good shot at being up there as well, but just not right now. That's been it for this discussion. I'm gonna go into the team builder right now, and I'm going to see you guys right there. So let's go. Let's get into the actual team this time. So of course we start off with the Tentacruel itself. Now, as far as Tentacruel goes, it was a decent Pokemon in UU for a while. Like, quite alright. It was a decent Toxic Spike setter. Its defense typing was okay. And stuff like that. It wasn't amazing. It was decent, right? Decent Pokemon. Not bad, not good. And then drops happened. And at first I was like, fuck, this thing is gonna be useless. Mega Latias beats it. Jirachi beats it. Mega Gardevoir beats it. It can't really wall Nihilego because it doesn't do much back. This is gonna be kinda bad for it. And then see Happy Hour Jirachi became relevant. And he's really good. And see Happy Hour Jirachi runs Iron Head, Fire Punch, and Energy Ball most of the time. Tentacruel is one of the very few Pokemon that resists Iron Head and is not weak to Fire Punch or Energy Ball. This makes it one of the absolute best Z Happy Hour Jirachi checks in the metagame. So suddenly, this is a good Pokemon. Now, we're gonna go ahead and get into the set itself. We have an ICMZ. The main reason why I'm running this is because we didn't really have another Z move. Z-Haze means that you recover all of your health. It's a full recovery, so it's basically as if you're resting, for example, right? Rapid Spin is super important, of course, for any team. Hazard removal is always important, and makes sense, right? You don't want to be worn down by stuff like Stealth Rock and Spikes and Toxic Spikes, which Tentacruel already removes automatically. So yeah. Scald is just burn. Just be annoying. Annoying piece of shit. Again, really nice. And Toxic Spikes is a powerful tool, especially in UU, where there aren't really a lot of poison types. They exist. You have Ammonius, you have Nihilego, you have Tentacruel, but there are not a lot of them. And there are a lot of Pokemon that appreciate them. Like Crocodile and Mega Gardevoir really like it when their switch-ins get poisoned, because they get worn down really quickly then. Which is cool. This EV spread looks kind of weird, I can imagine at first glance, but it's basically fully physically defensive, with just enough special attack to always 2-hit KO Entei, without rocks, and enough speed to outspeed Jolly Decidueye and Jolly Bisharp. That's what it's for. It's kind of a weird spread, but it works. Right, Haze, of course, I already talked about Z-Haze being good, but Haze itself is also really important because it basically means that if Happy Hour Jirachi sets up, Tentacruel can come in and haste its boosts away and can set up again because it's a Mega. So yeah, that's what this Tentacruel does. It's just a Toxic Spike setter that can spin, that can check say Happy Hour Jirachi, that can sculpt things, that can be an annoying piece of garbage, basically. So next we have Crocodile, which I already talked about. It's really, really nice to abuse Toxic Spikes, especially because its few switch-ins are stuff like Alomomola and Suicune, which really, really don't like being poisoned. This is a Stealth Rock Crocodile with Rocky Helmet and Intimidate. Another pretty bulky, or not really bulky Pokemon, but more so just utility Pokemon. Taunt is really useful to prevent stuff like Klefki and Gliscor, well, not really Gliscor, stuff like Klefki basically, other rock setters from doing their thing. Knockoff is incredibly useful to, I have actually had quite a few times where I removed a Toxic Orb from a Gliscor before it could activate the poison, meaning it doesn't get recovery, which is absolutely sucks for it. And Earthquake is just strong, basically. Strong move. A strong move. That's basically it. Dual Stab, Stealth Rock, and Taunt. Pretty standard set. EV spread is max speed, max attack. Nothing special, really. Now, I already talked about Scizor being absolutely amazing right now and almost mandatory. So there is no way I ain't running this thing. I'm running a bulky set with a Sword Stance, Bullet Punch, U-Turn, and Roost. This thing can set up on quite a few things like non-Hidden Power Fire Gardevoir and stuff like that. U-Turn is incredible utility, and this thing can just sweep late game with a Bullet Punch, basically, if it wants to. Technician and Leftovers should seem obvious. Yeah, nothing much to say about this, basically. Next we have Haxorus. This thing is incredibly useful, I feel, because it is capable of killing Rotom-Wash with Mold Breaker Earthquake, which is really useful. I'm running a Lumberry set, so that can potentially switch into Rotom-Wash once, taking a Will-O-Wisp and then removing it and clicking Earthquake. It can also remove Confusion if I have clicked Outrange once, which is useful. Otherwise, click Dragon Dance and Sweep. Basically, Poison Jab hits Gardevoir and Primarina. Yeah, seems simple enough. Next is Mega Gardevoir. Once again, already talked about this. Incredible Wall Breaker. I'm not running HP Fire because I'm not that scared of Scizor with this team, because I have a Tentacruel and I have a Scizor of my own. So it should be fine. I'm running Taunt over Will-O-Wisp because Taunt is just a great move. I mean, in UU I feel like it's really good. There's things like Klefki that are going to annoy most of my Pokemon otherwise, and I don't want that. Klefki is a big problem for this team, by the way. Hyper Voice is stupid strong. Psyshock is very strong. By the way, I should probably make this so that it's actually a Mega. It doesn't matter for in-game, but I just like seeing it like this. Yeah, EV spread once again, max special attack, and mostly max speed. Lastly, we have our Choice Scarf Nihilego. Now, this isn't the greatest Pokemon in the world, but I needed to run Choice Scarf Nihilego in order to have a check to Mega Pidgeot, which otherwise kind of runs over my team. So this is my option because this has so much physical defense that really doesn't care about what Mega Pidgeot does. It is weak to Scizor, sure, but I have my own Scizor to deal with it. I have a Tentacruel to deal with it. Should be fine, in theory. Yeah, that's basically it. It's Hidden Power Ice. Should that be Hidden Power Ice? I might change to Hidden Power Fire. I am going to change to Hidden Power Fire. Because I want to be able to hit Scizor. So that it can't just switch in for free, basically. Pretty standard set once again. Thunderbolt hits bulky waters. Nothing special about this. Again, they are pretty standard sets, but obviously it's my first jump into UU. This team was built in cooperation with Hilo Milo once again, so huge shout out to him. He also helped me with the discussion, as I said before. Great guy. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you. So with that, I'm gonna go into the battles now, and I'm going to see you guys there. And here we go. We are facing Latias, likely Mega Latias. Looking at this team, Blastoise, Beware, Scizor, Gliscor, and Weavile. I have sound really low. There we go. There's some music. Nice. Now we have some music for in the background. I kind of just want to lead Crocodile to potentially knock that Gliscor immediately. That would be nice. I'm gonna do that, I think. Crocodile is a pretty good matchup against him. He leads Scizor. That's not good. But I'm just gonna set rocks then, I think. I could knock. I kinda wanna knock off. I think I'm gonna knock off. Move this thing's items immediately. See U-turns. That doesn't even do 50%. Nice. See, this thing is weakened now, which is cool. If he goes Gliscor, that sucks. That would suck, because that means he gets his Toxic Orb. I kind of want to prevent that, but I can't really do much about it. Beware is also kind of an issue. He goes Blastoise. I have to switch. I have to get out of here. There's no way. Into what? I think I can go into Tentacruel pretty freely. Yeah, I'll do that. Then I can click Scald. Or Toxic Spikes, maybe. So he goes into his Latias. That's fine. I can just go Scizor. Latias doesn't commonly run Hidden Power Fire as far as I know. So his Scizor is fairly safe. See Dracos. That's fine. I don't take much. I have leftovers, so it doesn't matter. I just U-turn here. He goes Gliscor now. Fuck. He gets his Toxic Orb activated then. That's bad. I not like that. I guess I can just set up rocks here. He's just gonna go freely into his Blastoise if I do that. I'll go Gardevoir. I get off a pretty strong hit with Hyper Voice. He's probably going Scizor. And if he does, what do I do? He would just U-turn on me, I think, if he does that. He stays in. This is taking a million, yeah. It doesn't take it well at all. I'm just clicking this again. His Scizor is... Oh, that's good. That's really good damage. I'm going my own Scizor. He roosts. Okay, that's fine. I think I just U-turn here. He gets a slow U-turn. Damn, that sucks. I go Haxorus. That's pretty scary for him in general. He stayed in! Oh! I didn't expect that at all. Huh, interesting. That sucks. Now he's almost full health again. I could Dragon Dance, but I don't think I have any chance of sweeping right now. So that is just EQ. Wow, this thing is bulky here. This thing is bulky. He goes through his Gliscor. I feel like I can Dragon Dance on this. How much does this do? Haxorus. Dragon Dance against Gliscor. I don't think he's this. I think he's bulkier. I'm gonna click Outrage. Nice! It's dead! Cool. I probably lose my Haxorus now, but that's fine. I don't think I needed it to win. He goes Weavile. Yeah, he just kills me with Ice Shard here. Yeah, dead. Alright, that's fine. I now just go Scizor and click U-turn again. Lose nothing by doing that. So he goes into his own Scizor again. I'm gonna go into my Crocodile and click Rocks, because I really want to start wearing down his stuff with Rocks. As he clicks Roost. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna EQ now, I think. Yeah, that's good, decent damage. As he Swords Dances. That's not good. He doesn't kill me. Good, good, good. He's dead now, I think. Oh, no, he's not. I'm gonna taunt him. He dies. Okay, Scizor's dead. Gardevoir is gonna be terrifying now for him. That's really good. It's really, really good. Can I go? I think I can go straight into this. That Scizor was the last thing in Gardevoir's way, basically. As he goes into Weavile. Okay, I have to check. I have to check how much this he does to me. Gardevoir. Weavile. Yeah, he definitely kills me. I need to go Scizor. He Ice Shard. He Ice Sharded? That's weird. Okay, now I click U-turn again. As he goes Blastoise. I don't know how much I do to this Blastoise. He hasn't Megat. Oh, but he also hasn't gone for a move yet. Gardevoir does that much. Should kill, right? I don't know what kind of set he is though. Scizor, I am this. U-turn did 27. He could be bulkier. How much does Blastoise do to me? Gardevoir. Even if he is bulkier, I think I kill him anyway. Right? I can keep doing this, basically. But Beware is annoying, but like... As he goes Beware. Okay, Beware dies. Cool. Scizor's gonna win this game then, I think. This Weavile's almost dead as well. So yeah, I think this game is Scizor's game now. So he knocks off. That's fine. I think I just Bullet Punch now. Or I can even Roost. Oh no, I have to Bullet Punch. I have to Bullet Punch, otherwise this Weavile kills me and I'm in trouble. Yeah, no way, that kills me. I should have Roosted then. Damn. He goes to his Latias. I'm going to U-turn here. I can't have him set up too much. Okay. Goes for that. He's not Mega, because his Blastoise has to be Mega. Latias. Rolly Calm Mind. He can do nothing to me. He can't do anything to Gardevoir. So I just click Hyper Voice. Oh my god, that was almost bad. Nice, GG. So we just see Gardevoir basically win against him. This thing is so good. Yeah, that was a fun first game. Gardevoir basically got 6 kills, didn't it? Actually, no, it did get the Weavile kill. It almost got the Scizor kill. It got the Blastoise, got the Latias, got the Beware. So it got 3. Okay, anyway. I'm gonna go to the next one and I will see you guys there. And here we go. We are facing Mega Sceptile, I'm assuming Rotom-Wash, Scizor, Tentacruel, Gliscor and Weavile. Why does this look like an OSOU team? I mean, it's not, because this is Mega Sceptile. But why? Why is that a thing? I think leading Scizor is good here, but as I get to click you. No, I'm gonna lead Crook and try to knock off the Gliscor turn 1. Oh, he leads Rotom. Fuck. I cannot prevent this. Actually, he might Hydro. I don't know what set he is right now. That's bad. I kind of want to knock him off, but then I'll lose my Crook. Do I need my Crook for anything? I don't think I do. I'm gonna knock him. Remove his item. He was Specs as he pumps. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, that's fine. Because now we go Gardevoir. He's going Scizor. I am well aware that he's going Scizor, but this... I want Tentacruel as a response to that. He stayed in. Okay, that's weird. I'll T-Spikes then. Getting Spikes is neat. Getting T-Spikes against him is neat. But that, I guess it's not really that important. He goes into his own Tentacruel. Okay, that's fine. I cannot touch him, he can't really touch me. I'll put down another layer, why not? He spins. Okay, that's fine. I'll go for the burn, I guess. Perhaps I can get it. This is kind of an impasse, because neither of us are gonna want to switch here. Also want to see what item he has. If he Z-move, that gives me a lot of information about the rest of his team. Which would be cool. As he goes Gliscor. Oh, burn! If I get a burn now, that'd be huge! Oh, damn. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! Damn it! I really was hoping for that. Fuck. That's sad. So sad. He does nothing to me with Earthquake. I don't think I can just U-turn, really. I see U-turns as well. What's he going into? That Scizor is a problem. He goes Rotom. That's dead. That's a dead Rotom now. Which is cool. I like that. I like that Rotom being dead, to be honest. Gliscor is just a free switch in for my Scizor every time. He goes Weavile. Interesting. I'm 99% certain that he's going for knockoff. Which still does a million. Jesus, this thing is so strong. What do I even go into on the knockoff? I should like to Z-Haze. I might live. I do live because I'm a Z-move. Perfect! So good. There we go. That's really nice. As he goes Gliscor again. I cannot burn him anymore, of course. He can't stay in. He cannot stay in unless he protects. But I'm gonna Scald again. If this Gliscor goes, that'd be nice. Never mind. He just roosts. He's faster than me? That's one fast Gliscor, Jesus. He U-turns. Something is taking a Scald now. So quite possible that I get to find out what item this Tentacruel is. Let's see. Is he leftovers? A burn now, okay, that's cool. Yeah, he is. He's Black Sludge, okay, yeah. Same thing, really. I could go Nihilego, click Power Gem. That'd do some damage to something. I don't think he can do too much to me with Move Scald. So he goes into his Gliscor. I wish I was HP Ice right now. Damn. It sucks. Yeah, no way I'm staying in on that. I'll just Roost now, I think. Okay. As I'm gonna U-turn out now and try to get into Gardevoir. As he rocks. In that case, yeah, I'm still going Gardevoir. Clicking Hyper Voice. The Sceptile is scary. It's pretty scary. I need to keep Nihilego around for that. He just goes Scizor. This is gonna do decent damage, I think. Jesus. Speaking of damage. Okay, he's probably Bandit. I'm pretty sure that means he's Bandit, otherwise there's no way he does that much. That also basically means he has no switches to his Gardevoir now. Pursuit does a lot. Okay, he didn't pursue. Good. He U-turned. He was. Oh, that's very risky by him. Good play though. Solid play. He goes into a Sceptile. Sceptile, Mega, Scizor. Yeah, Hidden Power Fire kills me. That must mean he has Hidden Power Fire. It must. I'll just go Tentacruel and Rapid Spin. There's the Mega. There's the Hidden Power Fire. Yeah. See? Like the whole tier runs fucking fire coverage for Scizor. Which is kind of stupid, admittedly. I kind of want to harden the Gardevoir. How much does Leaf Storm do to Gardevoir? Doesn't kill, but it makes me weak. Very weak. Nihilego. How much do you? Nihilego, Scarf. Sludge Wave kills him. He's Dragon Pulsing, which is the thing. I think I'm gonna sack this, get into Gardevoir for free. I could go into Gardevoir for free now though. I'm going Nihilego. I'm going Nihilego, let's go. As he Dragon Pulses. He's got to be scared of Sludge Wave. I'm Power Jamming. If this doesn't work... If he doesn't switch here, that's a problem. My Scizor is pretty full age. Oh, my Scizor is 50% down, that's not good. Nice, that's good. But that did decent damage, I guess. Not very good, not enough though. He U-turn. Ah, damn it, he's clicking U-turn so often. If I click Power Jam again there, he goes into his Sceptile again. I'm U-turning. He ain't a Power Flash. Fuck, that's bad. That's really not good. That's really bad. His Scizor can clean up now. This Sceptile dies. Fuck, I messed up. Unless he decides to like not lock into a Bullet Punch for some reason. Wait, I cannot lose. Fuck, I messed up there. That was bad. I shouldn't have sacked the Tentacruel there. That was really stupid. His Gliscor should be in 2-hit KO range. This might, it's not down. It's in 3-hit KO range though, so I'll keep Power Jamming. He Scalds, this isn't, yeah, I'm not dying to that. No way. His Weavile's gonna clean up with Ice Shard, I think. I assume Haxor is just an Ice Shard range from Weavile. It's definitely an Ice Shard plus Bullet Punch range, there's no other way. Yeah, he Bullet Punches here. I'm not in Bullet Punch range on the Haxorus, I know that much, but I'm not taking 2, so I have to click Earthquake. And yeah, now Weavile, oh my god, he lived. Jesus. Wow. Scizor is broken, man. Yeah, GG. That's Scizor. I shouldn't have risked my own Scizor there on the Sceptile, that was stupid. Should have just gone like Tentacruel again, or even Gardevoir. I should have just gone into Gardevoir earlier, that was a mistake. It's fine. I'm just gonna go into the next one and I'll see you guys there. So, another game, and it's Double Dragon Stall. What? What? What kind of what? 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 Huh? I'm very confused. Let's leave it at that. I'm going to lead Crocodile, and he leads his Zygarde. I am going to knock off. Because fuck this Zygarde. You are not keeping a band. I like this song. As he goes to the Fortress, that's fine, I can taunt this easily. He cannot use spikes. I just set up rocks here. He goes to his Hydreigon. I think I could go Gardevoir. You could also go Tentacruel and scout what he wants to do. Hydreigon is usually choiced, so Tentacruel should take any hit. It took the hit. Jesus. I'm gonna go Gardevoir now. So he goes Blissey. I can taunt the Blissey and then click Psyshock. I'm gonna taunt without Mega Evolving so that if I get status, I have the natural cure still. Okay, he can't status me now. I saw it. Jeez, that did enough damage. Jesus. That's solid damage. I like it. He goes into Doublade. Yeah, Doublade walls me completely. And it also lets me go into my Crocodile. See Gyro Balls. Okay, that's fine. I just click Knockoff here. Very little repercussions on out of this. Tentacruel isn't that useful in this matchup. It just doesn't do too much. Toxic Spikes would be cool for the Alomomola, I guess. See if I can. It might be worth trying to get them up. I get to knock off his Hydreigon, which is pretty important. He was Specs. I figured he'd be choiced, yeah. I'm going Scizor. See, U-turns out. Okay. Things are getting weakened on his side. That's good. I U-turn. I think I U-turn into Tentacruel, click Z-Haze. And then just click at least one layer of Toxic Spice. I would really like more. Oh my god, he's Hidden Power Fire. Jesus. Bop, full health. He goes to Psydoge. I should be able to go into Scizor on this. I don't think this is that strong. Is that strong. Okay. That's not good. I'm just gonna Bullet Punch. That does decent damage, I guess. Nihilego can't touch this. Just bad. Right, Zygarde, 10. I don't have HPI, so Hidden Power Fire, which is not gonna do anything. I have to go Crook here, hope to take a hit somehow. Actually, I should be able to take a hit. Hydreigon, is this living? Yes. Okay. I'm gonna go Nihilego. I need that Intimidate for the Psydoge, otherwise I get screwed up. He Flash Cannon, that does nothing, wow. Cool. I kinda want to Hidden Power Fire for the Fortress switch in. To be fair, Fortress might die to 2 Power Gems at this range. Oh, it dies to 1 Power Gem at this range? Jesus. Okay, nice, this thing is dead. That's great. Now I have +1 special attack. Blissey probably takes this for a year. Yeah, it does. So I need to switch. I just go Gardevoir here. Click Taunt. Or I click Hyper Voice even. Scizor being gone kind of sucks, admittedly. I'm gonna Taunt. He Seismic Tosses, okay. That makes sense. Fuck, my Gardevoir is about to die. I think I'm gonna set up with Haxorus at this point. +1 might win now. Yeah, I do outspeed Psyduck because he's almost certainly. How much do I need to OHKO this thing? Haxorus, Dragon Dance, Allo, Momola, Outrage, 2 hit KOs now, right? +2, does it +2 OHKO? 75% chance to OHKO. Nah, I'm gonna Outrage here. Just do a bunch of damage to this. I have a Lumberry, it's fine. I think that did less than my calc said it would, so he's probably even more defensive. With 52, Jesus, this is a very defensive Adamomola, holy shit. Because Confusion has been nerfed, I think I might be fine. I think Fortress should die to Earthquake at this range, +1 Earthquake. Now it definitely does. Now it definitely does. Okay, that thing is dead. I just click Outrage again, really. Not like he has a switch into it. He could try to keep doing this, but he is losing a lot of Pokemon here. He's forced into Doublade, which is getting worn down. Nice, Confusion ends. Okay, I got confused again. Now I can just click EQ. Adamomola, is this taking this? Probably, but you know, never. Yeah, I just click EQ again now. I don't need to click Outrage. He protects. Okay, that's fair. He's trying to Toxic Stall me. I get that. I have to figure out a way to break this Adamomola. He goes to Doublade. He is almost certainly protecting now. I go Crook here. He can't afford to lose this Alomomola at all. So he's definitely, almost certainly switching out. I'm knocking off. I don't want this thing's leftovers around. So he wishes. Should have taunted. Fuck! That's stupid. Oh, that's bad. He just protects here now. Yeah, that's really bad. I should have definitely taunted. Should have predicted that. I'll just taunt now. He cannot wish again. I just EQ. This is basically EQ until I die and then go into Nihilego. Click Power Gem. Hope to somehow break. I can't break Lissy still, but maybe I should click Sludge Wave. Sludge Wave's probably better. Okay, that's fine. Now I go Nihilego and click Sludge Wave. Fucking stall, man. Nihilego. I can also go Haxorus and click Outrage, actually. Sludge Wave isn't enough to kill at this point. I can also click... I should live... Yeah, I live one more poison, so that means I guarantee another kill. And I can lay down Toxic Spikes on this Alomomola after that, and then the Blissey will slowly die to Toxic. But it's not going to be fast enough. I'm going to have to go into this. And then into Hack... I have to Sludge Wave here. I have to kind of hope for... Oh my god, he let me kill this. Now I just need to figure out how I play this. He's soft-boiled. Okay, I need to hope for the poison or something. I don't really know. I don't know if he has Protect, that's the thing. I assume Haxorus kills, right? It doesn't. I'm not even Life Orb either. Oh, that's why I did less than I was expecting. I'm not Life Orb. He rocks. Fuck, he rocks. I need to go Tentacruel. I'll lay down Toxic Spikes, so that if the Blissey switches out even once, it's screwed. Has he Seismic Tosses? Okay. Sorry for being quiet there, I just didn't have much to say about this matchup anymore. This is the play for me. Now Rapid Spin. Remove these. Now, I need to click Outrage. He should know that doesn't kill, yeah, he knew. Yeah, he just clicked Soft World again now. Yeah, it's over. Nihilego is not, cannot break through this Blissey. I didn't play that right at all. Yeah, there's no way. Should have played more around my Gardevoir. That thing was devastating here. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this. Yu-Yu is something new for me as well. I don't play a lot of Yu-Yu. This was the first team I ever built for Yu-Yu, so you know, something new for me. Next time we are going to do something very interesting. We are diving into a new tier that doesn't exist yet, supposedly. It's called ZU. It's unofficial, and it's the tier below PU. Now this is a tier that I have enjoyed playing a lot, that I am personally have become part of the unofficial QC team, the unofficial council, or rotating council I should say, not actually council. But yeah, that's all really cool to do, and I'm really excited to show you guys what that tier is like. But what it also means is, let me, I need to do something else real quick. I need to up this counter by 1, of course. So it's, I believe it's not this button. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay, 25. So basically what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have to record that over the course of a few days because it's not as easy to find games there. So there won't be 3 follow-up games as in most of the time. Instead, I'll just be challenging friends to a game. We are going to be going there with Ursaring as your featured Pokemon. And I'm really excited to show you guys what this tier is like, because I personally believe it's one of the best Sun and Moon tiers. It's very, very balanced. A lot of different things are possible, and I genuinely believe this is going to be a lot of fun to do. So, I'm going to see you guys all there. Thank you so much for watching. I'm out. Peace.